What's up, everyone? Tania B here. Hope everyone is having a fabulous day. Hope you are being productive. Hope you're happy. I hope all goodness happening your way. Since sending some good loving vibes your way, man. So y'all do know that we are all energy, right? I remember when I first learned that we are energetic beings. I was 19 years old. I still remember it was like October 2007, and my girlfriend at the time had gave me a book, The Secret, and she said, "I'm not going to read this, but you probably read it because of, the stuff that you're into, right?" And so I remember I just flipped the pages, right? And I got to the page when it said that we're all energy, and they said like how we have like the universe, like the galaxy, and then it comes to us like our organs, and then from our organs we have our cells, and then we have our molecules, and then we have our atoms. And when you break the atoms down, like atoms is 99.9% space, and that like blew my mind. And then they said like atoms are energy. And like I just had like that Twilight moment, right? Like that type of vibe going on. And I said, oh my gosh, like energy? I was never taught this. Like I was never taught this in school or anything. Maybe in science, it probably just went over my head when they said like everything is made from atoms and stuff, but it was never to the point where like, hey, no, we're energetic beings. And that changed my life. Like it changed my life. Like, have that changed your life? Like when you really found that out and what that truly means. And like even how they say like atoms are 99.9% space, and that the space between these atoms is like enormous. I believe this is like the size of like a football field. Like to say I'm standing here, and then like the protons and neutrons or something is like the size of a football field, like all the way out there. Like that's how much space. So even though like I'm appearing to be solid, like this pillow is appearing to be solid, this wall is appearing to be solid, it's really not. It's just how we perceive things. And it's just amazing when you take this knowledge and then you can say, well, okay, well, how can this make my life better? How can I improve my life better with this knowledge that, hey, we're all energy? So have you ever like walked in somewhere like in a room and you could just feel the vibe, like someone just came in and either it like just lit up the room, or like you could just feel this dark energy, right? I remember this time I was dating this girl, and she was kind of getting out of a relationship. Well, she was out the relationship, but it was still some lingering stuff with that relationship. And I never met her ex-boyfriend before. I never met him, but I've heard of him and stuff like that. And I remember he ended up coming to an event that we was in, and I had like I was like looking down, I was doing something, and it was a bunch of people in the room, and like everything felt cool, like the energy was good, like I didn't feel nothing like off or anything like that. And then all of a sudden I felt this dark, heavy, dense energy. Like it almost was like suffocating. And I was like, what? I said, yo, who just walked in here, right? And then I looked and I see like the girl who I was talking to at the time, and it was her ex-boyfriend who just popped up, and I could just feel their energy, and it was like a suffocating type of energy. And I was just like, what in the world? And like I'm like, nah, I ain't so I just like distanced myself from that. And there's been instances, where it's people who energy is phenomenal, like even I remember a time like where I felt really down, like I was just sad and stuff like that. And I was around my mentor at the time, and I asked her, I said, hey, I said, I just need a hug right now. And like she hugged me, and I could literally feel how her presence, it felt like my sadness was just evaporating. Like I could literally feel like my sadness just leaving my body. And that's why they say like hugs are it's so magical, because like it's like it amplifies the energy or something like that. I can't remember the scientific reasoning behind like how like, but like hugs like enhance like endorphins and stuff like that, like within the body. And that was like life changing, you know, for me in that situation. So it was different polarities that I felt, you know, with different people. Where I can, you know, sometimes I can feel when someone is sick or something, like they're not healthy, you know, even if they may be like fine, you know, like they may be seeming at peace, but you can like feel that on them, you know, or you can feel when someone is not having a bad day, even what their words may be saying. Like you can pick these things up. Maybe not everybody, but I do feel like a lot of us, especially going up and being like in the age of Aquarius and all of the stuff, that the veil is coming down, and that the energy is a lot more potent that we can feel right now. Like you can't hide from that. Like you can't run from that. So this knowledge, like how can you improve your life by knowing that, hey, we are all energy. So when you think about that, one, that made me, for me, it made me not take life so seriously. Like, yes, I take it seriously enough, you know, not to just be like a knucklehead like I used to be years ago, but to the point where it's like perspective. Like, hey, I don't know, we are on this planet right now, so they say, right? We're on this planet right now, and then we see how small we are compared to like the whole galaxy, you know, that's surrounding us, and then other planets, and there's all of these things that, you know, if I'm mad about something, like it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Like I look at life. I look at life like I feel like every like human is like a cell. You know how they say like as above, so below. So it's like, okay, how like we have cells and stuff like that. Like who's to say that we're not cells to like the earth? You know what I'm saying? And so like we all have like a part here in the world. Like we all have some type of function. That's why they say we all have a life purpose. Like we all here for a reason, you know, for us to fulfill something. But this knowledge of knowing that like we are all energy, it just changed my life so much, because it's like now it's like we can literally just use our thoughts to enhance our life. You know, we can visualize, like we can envision things that we want to accomplish, or we want to heal, or we want to improve, or whatever the case may be. Because I've read that thought is faster than the speed of light. That's powerful, you know. And you know, thoughts are frequencies. That's why music is so important. Like when you listen to it, that's why you gotta be mindful of like the frequencies of the music and stuff like that. Like have you ever like listened to a song and like it either made you happy or depressed? Like I have, and that really stuck with me. Like I need to be mindful of what I'm listening to. Like I can listen to some music and I just get hyped, you know, like I may be feeling, you know, sluggish, and like my energy is just feeling a little off, but I can listen to a certain song and I just feel hyped, you know, like or working out, you just listen, I'm like, dang, I feel good, like I can run another mile. Or like listening to something sad and something like that, you know, and like I just feel down. Like I can literally feel energetically like I'm going down, like it's my energy just going down. Have you felt that way? Or even like with food, you know, with certain foods, like I can feel it's so weird. It can be weird sometimes, but like even like walking into like the grocery store, right? I can like feel like when I walk past, like maybe I was in the middle where it's just like box foods, you know, stuff that's in the box and stuff like that. Like I it's like it's kind of like I just feel like nothing almost, like it's no life. But then if I walk into like the produce and stuff, like it's like I literally can feel the life that's in certain foods, you know. And if I walk past like the meat section and stuff like that, I could feel like the dead flesh. It's so weird, you know. Like I know probably not everybody is probably like, yo, this girl's a little but I can feel it, you know. I can feel those things because like everything is energy. And if you are wondering like, well, how can I, you know, boost myself up where I can feel energy, you know, more, or I can become more sensitive to energy. I do feel like some people are more sensitive to others, with certain energies and stuff like that. But for me, I know like knowledge was the first thing, you know, was once I discovered it was kind of like I opened up a gene, like certain genes within inside of me just through the knowledge. And that's what happens as well. When we learn, we are literally having, or when we think a certain thought, like these thoughts are going down like in our cells and then like activating certain DNA strands that was not active before, or we can deactivate certain DNA. And Dr. Joe Dispenza book talk about it a lot. We Are the Placebo. He really breaks down like the scientific reasonings behind that, you know. Meditation helped me a lot when it comes to being more in tune to energy. I would probably say that's like the number one thing right there is meditation, being still enough to just let go and just allow, you know, different messages or whatever to help you. Or even if some people may listen to like binaural beats, that can help too. But be mindful about where you listening to, because certain things can subliminally program you as well. But I just really wanted to make this video of just saying like, y'all, like we are all energy, like everyone, and that like our energetic field, it expands way much further than like just where our bodies are at. Like our energetic field is out there. That's why you can feel people when they walk in the room, or you can feel like a spirit or something, when it like walks in the room, because our energy field, it expands. Like it expands. And that's why when people be like, yo, you're in my space, like, yo, you too close, like back up. Even though they're not like right here, but they could be like right here, but you could feel that, like, because it's their energy, we're energy, so you can feel that. That's why some people may feel uncomfortable when certain people come around, like, no, like something ain't right, like, like, yo, move back up with all of that. So just be mindful of the people who you hanging around, the music that you're listening to, the conversations that you're engaged in, the television, if you watch TV, the stuff that you're watching, even like certain books that you read, you know, because I can read certain words and I can literally feel things like activating inside of me, and it could be good or bad, even though it's really just polarity, you know, it's all one and the same. It's just different degrees, but you can feel these things because we're all energy. We're all energy. Like, we was never created or destroyed. Like, and death is just an experience. You know, only the physical will go. But our energeticness, our consciousness, that's forever. That's forever. And I'm just like, so I just love this topic because it's real. Like, it's real that we are energy. And just remember that. Just be mindful if you are going through something or whatever, that we can change our frequency. Of course, you know, if you feeling sad and stuff, like, feel that, you know, don't try to, you know, mask it with different things to try to get, to not, to like learn the lesson from it, or to not, you know, figure out why you're feeling a certain way. But just know that we can literally change our frequency, our vibration, based on like our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. And we can begin to even see things that we didn't even know was possible when we get on a different frequency. You know, like I definitely believe, like, even while I'm here in this room, there are different stuff that's happening all around me, but my eyes can't see. You know, that's why people talk about like the third eye and stuff like that. And that's why it's important to decalcify your third eye as well. You can like search in internet, put that in the search engine, like how to decalcify your pineal gland, what someone says like the gateway to the spiritual world. But there's things that's happening all around us, and a lot of stuff some people can pick up, like shamans or like energy healers, or even people who don't is not even into that type of stuff, but they can still feel these things. You know, it's probably just in your ancestral DNA that you can pick up this type of stuff. But there's things that's happening all around us. You know, just because we can't physically see it doesn't mean it's not there. Just like, you know, if you use the microwave, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't see the microwaves, and maybe I'm sure some people can see microwaves, just how some people can see auras that's around us, but it's there. It's there, you know? So just remember that y'all, we're energy, and that life is so much more than what we are perceiving it to be. So if y'all want to go down that rabbit hole, go down. But just know, like once you start learning certain things, it's kind of hard to unlearn it. Just remember that we're all energy. All right? I appreciate you all watching this video on my 100-day journey on this Lesbi Candid series. Today, I'm kind of losing track. I believe today is day 41 or 42, I believe. I got to double check. But I definitely appreciate you all and all the ones who have been supporting me, who's been buying my first book that I've written. I definitely appreciate that support as well. I love you all. Keep loving yourself. Peace.